Hi folks, Leigh Farnell here. I want to talk something super important today. I want to talk about sales. I particularly want to talk about how to increase your conversion rate. Now I've made a ton of mistakes over the years when it comes to sales, but without sales, you don't have cash flow, you don't have revenue. And there's nothing worse than going to meetings where you think there's a possibility of conversion and you don't get the business. Do you know what I'm talking about? So whether you're a coach, consultant, whether you're in professional services, whether you're selling business to business or you're selling business to consumer, sales conversion is where the action is. Now, we actually have a whole color zone sales system where we talk about 4 zones and we even talk about other zones in there. We've got the yellow zone, we've got the orange zone. I'm not going to talk about these zones today, although you should try and find out what are those color zones, because if you don't follow the process, you don't get the result. What I particularly want to talk about here is the situation where you're in needs discovery, discovering the need, and you're about to go into present solution. Now, the average person goes, well, if I've discovered the need, now it's time for me to get into present solution so I can actually get to the stage where off the back of that I negotiate, handle objections and close the sale. But there's a critical step here we call the hump. The hump. We call it the qualification hump. You need some rules around, has the prospect qualified to go from needs discovery to present solution? The untrained salesperson or the half-trained salesperson or the well-intentioned salesperson goes, well, I now know their problem. I've really discovered their need. I've maybe even gone deep in discovering their need. So now let me talk about how to present the solution. And if I present the solution, I talk features, advantages, and benefits, then surely I'll get to the point where I can close the sale. No. If you don't qualify at the qualification hump correctly, you will lose the sale. And again, there's a lot to this, but let me just run through some of the key things to go, what makes a prospect qualify to go to present solution? Are you qualified? First of all, have a rule. The rule is you do not present solution until you've qualified the prospect. And the qualification of the prospect is, have you really discovered their pain points? Have you actually got into discussing the mathematics? Have you talked about the cost of the problem, the real cost of the problem, and what the upside is to solving that problem? We have a process we call the POM. You need to have gone through pain point, problems, present situation, future plans. You need to have looked at outcomes, opportunities. You need to have looked at what the objectives are or even the obstacles, and you need to find out the motivations, and you need to do the metrics and the mathematics, the maths. If you haven't discovered the maths and haven't discussed the maths of the problem and the maths of the upside, you do not go to the next stage. The other component is this, the IC. 1, the maths. What is the value in moving from where they are today to where they want to get to? If you haven't discussed the maths and the dollars, do not move forward. You also want to talk about what is the impact of staying where they are, and what is the impact of moving forward. And you also want to go, as part of impact, is also what are the consequences? What are the consequences of doing nothing versus what are the consequences of moving forward? And then you want to check, how committed are you to moving forward? Are you willing to invest money? What would it be worth for you? What would it be worth? This is a great question. What would it be worth if you could solve that problem? What would it be worth to you? What would it be worth to you financially to solve that problem? What would it add to the bottom line? And what would it mean for you personally, emotionally, less stress, less pain? You must cover off on VIC in the hump. If you haven't covered off, and even to the point where you might go, Bob, I get a feeling you're not that committed to moving forward. I get that feeling you're not that committed to solving this problem. And then they're either going to go, well, actually, no, I'm not, or, well, what are you talking about? We've got to do something about it. If we don't, there's real. So you have to get them. You have to get them over the hump. Otherwise, you are wasting your breath in the present solution stage. The qualification hump. And my recommendation to you is you drill this. You do deliberate practice drills, and you need to make sure people can calmly demonstrate that they can do it. One thing is being told about it, another is being able to demonstrate. So, what am I saying? This is a critical drill, and if you get really good at going over the hump, you're going to find your conversion rate goes through the roof. The qualification hump. Want help with it? Then touch base. If you like the content in this video, please subscribe to the channel and share this video link with your friends and your network on social media. And if you like the content and you're committed to increasing your conversion rate in sales, I've got a great offer for you. I've put some time aside in my calendar to help you solve this problem and get more sales, more cash flow. So go ahead and book some time with me here. Click the link below. Everyday Empowerment Institute. Clarity today for growth tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. I'm Leigh Farnell.